Welcome, Rangers fans, to another year of Coaches Shows as we kick off the 2024 school year and athletic seasons. And as we do each year, or have in recent years, we'll have a Coaches Show midweek that goes out, and we talk about things that have occurred in Ranger athletics all throughout our athletic program in the previous week. And then we talk about the week to come. And myself and Coach Craig Worstfer, our defensive coordinator, Coach Glenn Hill, our offensive coordinator, we'll always kick the show off talking about last week's football game. And then at that point, we'll stop in the middle and toss it over to Coach Miller, Melissa Miller, who's our assistant athletic coordinator, and she'll take us through what's happening and what will happen in our other sports around the campus. And then we'll bring it back here and we'll talk about the coming game in the football program. So let's start with that. We did have our season opener last week in football. Game one, we traveled to Comalander Stadium, played a non-district game against the Roosevelt Rough Riders, got off to a great start, and were able to go 1-0 and win our season opener 45-0. And Coach Westford will start with the defense. A shutout against anybody is tough to attain and a real feather in our cap, and particularly with a team like Roosevelt that had so many explosive threats.
Yeah, they really had a lot of explosive players, and as a team we were able to get up on them a little bit early. And sometimes those are the harder games to shut somebody out because you want to play everybody, and we were able to do that. And I was really proud of our backup kids. They took a lot of pride in their performance going out there at in the second half.
Right.
I had a big fourth down stop down there in the red zone and kept them out of the end zone to keep the shutout intact. And really proud of those guys. They work hard all week and went in there and did a really good job.
Well, and anytime you can score in a non-offensive manner, whether it's in the special teams or on defense, you usually win the game. The analytics will tell you that if you score other than your offensive series. And we did both. We scored on a punt return with Diego Davila, and then we scored on defense as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Colton Hornsby got a good interception there, and we're able to get a couple of blocks, get them in the end zone. Really exciting for the defense. We talk all week. We drill things, trying to emphasize scoring on defense and what an impact that can make in the game. So it was good to see that pay off in the first game of the year.
No doubt, and it kind of put Roosevelt on their heels a little bit. Probably couldn't play the game like they hoped to. To play catch up, they probably had to throw the ball nearly every play to try to get back in it, and that's not really who they are. And so, that helped it along. Of course, you can't always get off to an explosive start like that, but we were able to this week, Coach Hill. Offensively, particularly in the early part, I thought we were in a good rhythm.
We were. I would think, a good word to describe that game would be efficient on offense. Week one, sometimes, penalties and some missed blocking assignments, sacks given up. Didn't give up a sack, averaged a little over 6 yards a carry, and to me that just says our offensive line, tight end, fullback room really played well. And we're not having the early season mistakes, at least in week one. We're very efficient in the passing game as well. I believe we were 12 of 18. Not just a ton of yards, but we had some explosive plays. Brody Day had a 52-yard reception on the streak. Played multiple quarterbacks in the game, and they all kind of went in and didn't miss a beat. We were very efficient on offense.
No doubt. I thought up front, all new offensive linemen, 5 new starters there. And, of course, the second wave, when they went in there, they were new too.
Yes, sir.
Didn't manage to not have the big eyes like you can have any time, but particularly in your first varsity start. So really good. And his kicking game played well. We mentioned the punt return by Diego Davila. We also had a kickoff return by Brody Day up near midfield, and Clayton Amaya. We've had an Amaya kicking for us for a while, and looks like we're going to for a while longer. And 6 for 6 on extra points, and also had a field goal, 1 for 1 on a field goal. So looks like we're not going 0-10. That's a good thing. Whether we can go 2-0 or not, I don't know. That's going to be a tall order, and we're going to talk about that here in just a little while. But next, we're going to kind of stop, get away from the football arena a minute, and toss it to Coach Melissa Miller, who, as I said earlier, is our assistant athletic coordinator as well as being our head volleyball coach. And she's going to talk about our in-season sports, what's going on, how they've done, lies in the week ahead. So take it over, Coach Miller.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats to our football program on a huge win last week. Speaking of some success, let's talk about our other sports that have been going on. Our cross-country team participated last week in the Westlake Chaparral Invite, and the girls brought home first place. So a great start for Coach Hall and the girls program. We look forward to continuing to watch them this season. Also look forward to continuing to watch our water polo team. They started last week. They started their season versus Davenport. So just kicking off their season, getting ready to get going. Speaking of other programs getting started, volleyball's well into our season. We've already played 26 matches this season, which is insane. Varsity is currently 16-10. Our freshmen are 3-0. JV is 3-0. So great season starts for them. We start district this week, and we'll talk about that in a little bit and where you can find us this week. We do want to keep continuing this part of our segment where we highlight our students and teachers of the week. This week's students of the week, we have two of them. We're both nominated by Mr. Petrie. So huge congratulations to Michael Potter and Corey Kimmel on being selected for students of the week for Smithson Valley High School. The quote that Mr. Petrie submitted as to why they should be students of the week says, quote, "When I happened to walk by and see toilet paper strewn across the floor of the lower B-wing boys' bathroom, I walked in and asked Michael and Corey if they would help me clean it up. They were both agreeable and helped me to do this. This good citizenship and commitment to the school's pride is, in my eyes, a key part of what makes a great Ranger." We couldn't agree more. Congratulations and a huge thank you to Michael and Corey for having pride in Smithson Valley and to help maintain a clean facility. Our teacher of the week is Mr. Nathan Bostic, and the quote that went along with his nomination says, quote, "Mr. Bostic not only has his learning intentions and success criteria clearly displayed for student reference, but his individual light system on each student's desk allows students to participate and signal preparedness in the task at hand." So congratulations, thank you to Mr. Bostic for all you do for our students, for our staff here at SV, and congratulations to our students and teachers of the week. So moving into this next week, lots of stuff going on. Let's start with volleyball. Volleyball starts district tonight. Tuesday night here at Smithson Valley, we take on Bernie Champion. Varsity will go at 6:30. You can catch freshmen and JV right before us at 5:15. Again, here at Smithson Valley versus Champion. This Saturday, cross country heads to the Canyon Invitational in Seguin. So we're looking for another great performance from them. If you're bored on Saturday, you can head out to Seguin and catch cross country. And then water polo continues their season this Thursday versus Harlan here at SV, 5:15, and then right after that. So they could use all the support you can give them. If you've got nothing to do this week, any of those sports, would love to see you out there. And then we'll definitely see you Friday night at football. Good luck. Back to you, Coach Hill.
Thanks, Coach Miller. Congrats to all of our athletes and coaches for their successes over the last week or two, and good luck moving forward in the things to come. And speaking of things to come, non-district game number 2. The Rangers will be at home. It'll be their home opener, but who scheduled Brennan?
I don't know, but I'd like to talk to that guy.
Yeah, not the smartest move we could have done, you know. A perennial power, year in and year out. Have won that district over there many years in a row, and of course go 2, 3, 4, or 5 rounds in the playoffs pretty routinely in the 6A ranks. So what a test, what an opportunity for our team. You know, I don't know if we're going to like the results of the test or not. That's still to be seen, but our players know what they're up against this week, and our coaches do as well. So it'll be our home opener here at 7 o'clock at Ranger Stadium, and Brennan brings a lot to the table. Mentioned their tradition, their proud tradition. Their head coach has been in place since the school opened 10, 12, 15 years ago, and so, you know, this is not, we're not going to bring anything, not going to be exposed to anything in our stadium this Friday that they hadn't been through multiple times. So let's talk about their offense, Coach Westerfer. We got to defend that. Got several threats.
Yes, sir. Yeah, every weekend, you know, we get together and look for areas that we can exploit on a team and maybe where they're weak. And you can't find one with Brennan. I mean, they're really good up front. Their line's really good. And then you're talking about skilled kids that are late in the playoff type talent kids. You know, the tailback, the quarterback. They got a really explosive receiver, several of them. You know, this is going to be a late in the playoff quality opponent, and give our kids an opportunity to see that in the second week is going to be good for us.
Yeah, you mentioned late in the playoffs. You know, offensively, skill players, and schematically, much like the College Station, A&M Consolidated, folks that we've played deep in the playoffs the last couple of years. And so a real test, as we said. Defensively, got some really marquee players. Their defensive front.
Yeah, absolutely. Much like Coach Worsford said, looking for a weak point, and we watched film all Saturday, all Sunday, and we're still looking for that weak point. We haven't found it yet. But I think it all starts up front. Their front four, not just big strong guys, but their motors are incredible. They don't stay blocked for very long, and they're pursuing to the football. That's all 11 of them. Kind of reminds me a lot, honestly, of the Smithson Valley defense. Guys just playing really hard, playing to the whistle, doing it the right way. And we know they're very well coached. They're not going to be tricked. We're not going to go out there and try to do something that, we got you here, we tricked you. It's going to be a game to where we're just going to have to roll up our sleeves and play some football and see who wins it.
Yes, we've got to be error-free. I'm sure, of course, they're saying the same thing, and it'll probably boil down to the usual suspects. Turnover margin, explosive plays given up versus explosive plays you can create. And then, can you make a difference making play in the kicking game? And I think when you play a team as talented and explosive as they are, you can't let them run away from you early. You gotta stay in the game and make them go 15 rounds, so to speak. So we'll see this Friday night at Ranger Stadium, the home opener. Now there's several ways you can view this. You subscribers to the Rangers Network, and even those of you who aren't. Of course, you can come to the game, and that's what we really want you to do. Or you can wait till after the game's over and watch it on the Rangers Network on a tape delay. Or for the first time this year, we are offering pay-per-view. You can watch it live on a broadcast for a fee. And all Ranger Network subscribers will be sent a link so that they can click if that's the way they choose to do it. Those who aren't subscribers, you can go to Rangers Network on the website, and the link will be there. And while you're there, you might want to very well enroll and become a Rangers Network subscriber. It's free with your email address. So a lot of ways to watch it. Come in person, that's what we really want. Watch it live, pay-per-view, or watch it after the game. Or all the above. You can come to the game, you can watch it live on your phone while you're watching the game, and then you can watch it afterwards on the replay. But either way, we hope you'll come and support the Rangers. Good luck to all of our other teams, and good luck to football, and we'll see you next time. Go Rangers.